Okay, show using one or more identities from the formula sheet and without using the value of any trig term. I need to show that this equals that. Okay, if I have a look on my formula sheet, what I see is that, go away, if you haven't figured out, my cat's trying to help us here. So what I see is that, cos of A plus B equals cos of A, cos of B minus sine of A, sine of B. There she goes. So what that tells me is, if I look at this, this equals the cos of 40 plus 10. Okay? Now, this bit here. Now that is cos of 50 degrees. Now, also looking at my formula sheet, I know that sine of theta plus 90 equals cos of theta. So 50 is the same as sine of 90 plus 50, which is the same as sine of 140 degrees. Next one we need to simplify. We have sine of A cos of something equals cos of A sine of the same something. Now, there's a couple of ways to do this. You could expand those bits and then simplify it up, or you could recognise, let's just undo that. You could recognise that this is sine A cos B minus cos A sine B, which is the same, if I look at my formula sheet, sine A cos B is the same as sine of A minus B. So for this example, sine of A cos of A minus B minus cos of A sine of A minus B, that is the same as sine of the first angle minus the second angle. If I expand what's inside the brackets, A minus A is 0 minus 1 times B. So this is sine of B. Other ways to do it, but that's the most simple. Okay, we've got a graph and we're told that it is sine of x plus c, and c is a constant. What we have to do is explain how to obtain the graph of each function below from this graph here, given that a and b are also constants. If we have a look here, x plus c means that we have shifted this way our sine function c. So instead of starting here, it's starting here. Okay? So this is c. This is minus c over here. Okay? Now we want to move it so that this point is at A. Okay? We want to move it so that it starts at A. Now A might be here or A might be here. But what we need to do is move it this much. So we need to translate horizontally. That'll be the difference between the two. So C take A unit, because we're finding the difference between. Now we don't know which way it goes. It depends what C and A are. Cos of A plus B. Okay, so having a look at our formula sheet, we know that cos of theta minus pi over 2 is the same as sine of theta. So we need to move it not just, so again, we need to move it C minus B, okay? But we also need to take off that. So we need to translate it C minus B minus 90 units. This is the difference between C and B. This is the difference between cos and sine.